Today we're looking at complementary and supplementary angles. Complementary angles are two angles that when you combine their measures, they add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary angles are two angles that when you add up their measures together, they add up to 180 degrees. So here we're being asked to classify whether these angles would be considered complementary, supplementary, or neither. In order to do so, we need to add up the sum of their angles. So here, 70 and 110 add up to 180. Two angles that add up to 180 degrees are considered supplementary. Here I've got two angles, 41 degrees and 49 degrees, and if I add up the measures of their angles, it adds up to 90 degrees. Two angles that add up to 90 degrees are called complementary. Here my angles are 128 degrees and 62 degrees. So if I add these up, they add up to 190 degrees. There isn't a special name for angles that add up to 190 degrees, so these would be neither. So here I've got a pair of complementary angles and a pair of supplementary angles. And I'm going to try to find the value of x in these angles. So here I've got two angles that add up to 90 degrees. I know because I see the little square in the corner that tells me it's a right angle. So I've got one angle that is 4x and one angle that is 36. And together, combined, they add up to 90. They are complementary. So if I subtract 36 from each side, I'll now have 4x equals 54. And now if I divide each side by 4, I get x equals 13.5 or 13.5. So x in this case is worth a value of 13.5 or 13.5. Here I have two angles that are supplementary. 180 degrees is a straight line. I see they share this straight line here. So if they're supplementary, they're going to total up to 180 degrees. So I'm going to do a little combining here. I've got 2x minus 4 equals 180. If I add 4 to each side, I get 2x equals 184. So the value of x in this case is 92. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to construct a pair of adjacent supplementary angles so that one of the angles is 60 degrees. Adjacent means that they're going to share a vertex and they're going to share one side. So I'm going to start by drawing with my protractor a straight line. And once I have that straight line, I'm going to pick somewhere in the middle, I'm just eyeballing it. That's going to be my vertex that these two angles share. I need to just draw in the side that they're going to share. Well, I know I want one angle to be 60 degrees, so using that vertex, I'm going to measure out 60, and I'm going to complete my 60-degree angle by connecting that line to my vertex. So here I have an angle that's 60 degrees. This angle will be 120 degrees, and now I have two adjacent supplementary angles where one angle is 60 degrees.